Yo, Still Mills, what's the deal, man? Nigga, I'm about 15 minutes out from my jet. You know, me having to clock in, man. I was just, I wasn't going to hop on here and say nothing, man, but I got you. So, peep gang, let's get into this shit, man. And I want to rap about this David Benavidez versus Gvozdyk situation, man, and just how I'm not hearing I'm not hearing as much verbiage from Benavidez directed at Gvozdyk as I'm hearing from him. You know, the amount of verbiage I'm hearing from him aimed and directed at Canelo Alvarez. And I just, that's causes to concern if you ask me. That's causes concern if you ask me because on one hand I'm like I'm just not fully. I don't believe he's gonna fight Gvozdyk. I don't think he's going to fight Gvozdyk. I think he's going to find a way to get out of the Gvozdyk fight, and him and Canelo are going to fight in September. I genuinely believe that. I genuinely believe that because what you got going on doesn't stop the show. It doesn't. You don't dictate how this dude moves, and with you knowing that, in your eyes, fighting in June and then fighting in September will be too quick of a turnaround for you to be able to properly recover from. So you'll find a way to get out of the Gvozdyk fight, which I'm not entirely mad at if we being real, because I don't want him to jump up until he fights Canelo Alvarez. So I wouldn't trip off of it. I wouldn't trip off it at all. I'd trip off the fact that, yo, bro, you've been inactive for some time now. Well, he's fought since Canelo's fought. He fought in November, so that's 10 months still. If you wait till September to fight Canelo, that would still be 10 months. It would still be problematic. But I'm sure, hey, just you may have to do what's best for you. Jump ship and go get another fight, and just I don't even give a fuck if it's just a dust up fight, just to keep the wheels spinning. I've been saying that for some time. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? At this point, we too close to the fight that everybody wants for us not to get it. So by all means, go get that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, on the flip side, if you are planning on fighting votes, because Samson Lukowicz has already said, yo, if we fight September, we're gonna have to cancel that Gvozdyk fight. We'd have to cancel that fight. The turnaround is too quick. But if you do fight Gvozdyk in June, that's let me see. We about to be in April, May, June. That's what 2.5, 3 months. You're not putting your focus on Gvozdyk. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't heard as much. I haven't really, I could be wrong because I don't look, but I haven't, a lot of the sound bites and clippings or whatever that people have cut out from your interviews from you, they're all addressing Canelo. I'm not hearing as much vigor being put behind the Gvozdyk fight. I'm not hearing as much from that. And I think if you're gonna fight Gvozdyk, that's problematic because I've talked to people who are, oh man, he gonna beat the shit out of Gvozdyk based on what? Based on what? Based on what? You can't outsize him, you can't outskill him, you can out youth him because you're younger than him. But what other advantages do you bring to that fight? You don't have a stylistic advantage for Gvozdyk, and you don't have a size advantage for Gvozdyk. He's taller than you, if I'm not mistaken, and he's more skilled than you, and he's acclimated to the 175-pound division. He was a champion up there. He was knocking shit down up there when he was active. The only thing that he's been off for what 4-5 years. But even just last year, he's fought 3 times since he's been back. Like he may not be as sharp as he once was, but it's a possibility that he is sharp as he once was. Man, 3 fights. He's fought 3 times since the Canelo undercard, the Ryder fight, if I'm not mistaken. He's fought like 3 times, and it already helps that he's acclimated to that division. That's not no dude you're just gonna be able to impose your will on. His stamina is acclimated to the division. So when you just gonna come in behind the high guard and think you just gonna impose your will on him, no, he's gonna spin out and put your back on the ropes and force you to reset at the middle of the ring. And as you're resetting, he's launching that right hand down the middle. You don't have a stylistic advantage in this fight. You don't have a size advantage going into this fight. So with that being said and done, if this is a fight that you actually gonna fight in, then you need to be fully focused on this fight. And you making tweets. Don't be surprised if it happens in September and all that shit. Well, okay, cool. So that means you're canceling the fight with Gvozdyk. which I'd prefer. If we being real, I'd prefer it. I'd prefer it. But if you are gonna go with that fight, then shit, bro, focus on that fight. Ever since that fight was announced, man, you tagging Turkey Al Sheik talking about, get this man his money, and I got, I will, Your Excellency, I will beat this nigga ass, and I'll donate my money to charity and all that. Man, stop that bullshit, bro. Stop it. You're not donating all your purse to charity. You still have a life to live, and your team still has a life to live. This is a job, Brody. Y'all not doing this out the kindness of your heart. This is a job. You talking about, I just want the opportunity. I want the legacy. Of course you want the opportunity. All of y'all want the opportunity. And I'm not knocking you for that. Y'all all want the opportunity. This is the cash cow of the sport. Him and Anthony Joshua. Yes, you want the opportunity. Nobody can generate revenue the way that Canelo can on this soil by himself. Nobody can do that. It's the reason why his guarantees are higher than everybody's. So, you want the opportunity. I don't knock you for it. I don't knock you for it at all, but it's getting to a point. Like, I think you feel like the fight is getting closer. You kind of like, you're holding your career, putting all your hopes in putting all your eggs in this one basket. And it's ridiculous. That's the same shit that got Andre caught up. But all the tagging and everything you doing, and tagging Turkey Al Sheik and going on all these interviews, and I just want to do this. All right, bro, like you wilding right now. You doing the most, and then for him to turn around, for Turkey to turn around and say, "Yo, man, you can fight. You can get the winner of Benavidez of Bavard and Benavidez." I don't like. I'm, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see you as giddy for that. I don't. I think it's a lot of cap that you doing. I think it's a lot of game that you running. If we being real, I think it's a lot of game that you running. Because if that is your goal, since Canelo isn't going to give you the opportunity, then you should be like, man, fuck Canelo. I bet. Bring me Bavard. I'm the winner of Bavard. I'm better be it. I'm not hearing is that like you don't speak with the same passion for that fight as you do with a fight with Canelo. Saying shit in passion isn't the same as like you just. It'd be a lot more believable if you was putting the same energy into the winner of Bavard and better be as you are with Canelo. It'd be the same. And like I said, I could be wrong. Maybe you are, but I haven't came across those clips because the fans are so enamored with you in the fight with Canelo Alvarez because they feel like you can beat this dude. That's all they're focused and fixated on. But I don't see that energy with Bavard and Benavidez. The winner of that fight. I don't see it. I don't see it, and I don't see you putting this same type of emotion in the fighting gvozdyk. I just don't see it. I don't see it. And I feel like that's problematic if you really are about to fight gvozdyk. So what I'm saying is, when does your focus shift towards that? Because you are about to jump up to 175 pounds. That should be where your focus is at. You shouldn't be focusing on dudes at 168. You're going for legacy. I just want the opportunity. I want legacy, bro. And even though you haven't made a legacy, you don't have a legacy, bro. You don't. That's just the long and short of it, man. People can feel how the fuck they want to feel about it, man. I get called, oh man, you hate Benavidez. I'm not a fan of Benavidez. I'm not. But I don't hate him neither, though. And I think he's deserving of the fight. And I think he's kind of he's separated himself slightly from the rest of the pack. Slightly. The bare minimum, but he separated himself from the pack. Yeah, so that's what that's where I'm at with it. You feel me? Like, you are gonna have to, if you're gonna fight gvozdyk, you're gonna have to redirect your focus into gvozdyk. Because you are living in this YouTube and this social media space where people are overly gassing you. They do that with these PBC fighters. They're overly gassed. I can't see anybody beating them. Of course you can't, because they're being matched up with overmatched opponents. Yes, of course you can't see it. I don't think Caleb Plant was overmatched. I don't, because I thought Caleb Plant did a great job with isolating him out of the fight for the first half of the fight. I don't think he was overmatched. It was his gas tank. I don't think he was overmatched, but all these other, Darrell, Andre, like, these dudes are overmatched. And all of that shit gets swept under the rug. All that shit gets swept under the rug. And when it's time for you to fight somebody with a pulse, you know, y'all niggas is deer in headlights. So of course you don't see them. You don't see them, man. You know, just your fan. I don't think your fans really want you to jump up to 175 pounds. When you're in there with somebody with, you know, a high ceiling and who can maneuver, they have good feet, they have good IQ in there. They're not just outsizing niggas. It's like, yo, well, I've never seen this shit before. Because your matchmakers are putting you in there with no hopers. And that's just a fact. That's just a fact. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, god damn it, fuck it. So if you're fighting Gvozdyk, this is a fight that you need to focus on. This is a fight that you need to really focus on. And you know, just stop with the you know, the interviews about Canelo, bro. Cause you can't do that in front of a Gvozdyk. You can't. I hope you get out of the Gvozdyk fight. I hope you find a way to get out of this fight so we can get you and Canelo. But if you're not, then you need to focus on Gvozdyk. And if you really are jumping up to 175 pounds, then that you need to, hey, yo, man, I need the winner of Bivol and Benavidez. You don't have that same energy, Brody. You don't. It's a lot of cap and clout chasing with y'all, man. Name association, name dropping. You know, y'all ever seen Think Like a Man? And Taraji P. Henson, when, you know, she went and sat down with more, you know, her old love, Morris Chestnut, and she couldn't get a word in because that nigga just kept yapping and dropping names and name dropping more, you know, just like, bro, it gets it's annoying. It's annoying. So I'm just saying, man, just everything is, you know, just once again, man, everything y'all are doing is predicated on how this dude moves. Nobody thought of even fighting Bivol until Canelo went up there and fought him and he lost. Now it's like, oh, I got a chance to opportunity to one up Canelo, which I'm not mad at entirely, but be about your word. Go do it. Don't just talk about it. Be about it. You gonna fight Bivol? Bet. Go up there and fight him, and put the same energy into him that you put into Canelo. It's the clout, and your fans don't see through the shit. I'm still arguing with people talking about how he did him in sparring. And I'm just, you know, sparring tells a story. It definitely does. It's fighting. Don't get it fucked up. Sparring is fighting. It's fighting, but it's nuanced. It's a lot more nuanced, man. You get 4-minute rounds. You can fuck around and be in there for 20 rounds, 4-minute rounds. And you can go in there, you can have an off day because the expectation isn't as high. It isn't as high for you to perform in that, you know, in that arena as it is on fight night. So you can come in there, I gotta make a name and go in here and do what it is that I do. But cool, you could have been round 8 for him. You could have been round 8. You could have been round 8 for him. You're coming in fresh, and he's been fighting he done fought 8 4-minute rounds. His coach could have told him, yo, we're not working on that. We need to work on this. This is a deficiency in your game that we need to fix. So this is what you're working on for this sparring session. Going completely away from his strong suits to focus on his deficiencies. That happens. Because that's really what sparring is for. But everybody is so, oh man, sparring. I'm like, y'all dudes this is how I know niggas have never been in the gym. It's sickening. So I'm still arguing with niggas who believe that he's just gonna beat the shit out of Bivol based on how he did in sparring without understanding how sparring works. You know, I'm like, y'all niggas is dumb, bro. So I'm still arguing with people about that. You dig? They're overly hype about David Benavidez beating Bivol, and you know nobody is gonna beat Benavidez because Benavidez has a 100% KO ratio. I'm like, y'all dudes just so dense-minded with no ability to break down and properly analyze the sport, bro. It's really putrid listening to y'all, man. So, oh my fucking God. It's clout chasing at the end of the day when it comes to Bivol. It really is. Because he's the only one that fought Canelo. Charlo did the same thing. You want to fight me? Let's fight. Even though you 2 divisions beneath him. Listen, man, if you're going to go up there and fight them, then put your energy and your focus into that. Otherwise, stop with all the yapping, bro. I'm out of yo. Deuces.